In a world full of noise and endless distractions, where the city never sleeps and voices compete to be heard, one podcast dares to cut through the chaos. Welcome to the Oracle 19 podcast, where truth meets thought and bold ideas spark conversations that shape our urban world.
Welcome to a brand new podcast. And as always, as usual, this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. If you have a business, you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. The same email if you want to make a donation to the podcast. Whatever you could spare, definitely appreciate it. evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. General inquiries, the Oracle 19 at the oracle19radio.com. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/Evolution of London. You can support us that way. We have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube, digital artwork, and consulting services as well. www.patreon.com/Evolution of London. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is evolutionoflondon.com. You will see a whole wide range of products: men's, kids, ladies' clothes, cologne, perfume, house products, and much more. evolutionoflondon.com. Also evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G. And that is for custom clothes, accessories, and digital products as well. Finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E, for custom sneakers, clothes, accessories, evolutionoflondon.store. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars from scented to unscented. Now, the scented candles are from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, vanilla, etc., etc., etc. Email the company royalty9international@gmail.com if you want to place an order for these luxury candles over 35 plus burning hours. You'll find them on Instagram and TikTok, Royalty9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years, so if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. DJ Panther, if you want for him to be at your venue, email him at djpanther519@gmail.com. Also, his YouTube channel with links to his clothing, DJ Panther 519 on YouTube. You find him on Instagram and TikTok as well. Kenzo Gang for Afro Beats. Check out his album Discovery and his single Adorer if you want to book for him to come to your venue. More Kenzo@gmail.com. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. We have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. Like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel, as well as Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So I need your guys to support that as well. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify, Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Also, the platform of rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19 on that platform, and our internet radio station, www.theoracle19radio.com. You'll find our shows there naturally. All right, well, let's get right to it. The astute black man. The astute black man. And the price of being an astute black man. Intelligent for, what it is, for some of you individuals that say, what does astute mean? Just a black man that is intelligent, on his purpose, wise, packaged. He's not really liked in society. I know a lot of you individuals don't know that or don't understand that, and that's why just walk with me and you're going to listen, and then you decide. This is something we black men know, especially the ones that are astute or have a little intelligence in our brain, and just on our purpose and not going to take nonsense within society. You black men, you notice if you're not number one that cackling smiley face. You pleasing, you civil, but you're not all of that, yuck, 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 and he, and cackling all the time. It's always a problem within white society when you a serious individual, you're on your purpose, you're not all of the yucking and smiling. You considered a threat within society. People always want to know what's the matter with you, what's going on. And it could be just nothing. You just on your purpose. Simple as that. It's just as simple as that. Nothing complicated. Not rocket science. Not something that, generally speaking, complicated. You're just on your purpose. But people want to see you smiling and dancing. If you smiling and dancing, it's not a problem. But when you're serious and on your purpose, what's the matter with him? Let me watch him. Especially in the public, especially at the job. You get that. I find in the history of working, square jobs, and a lot of black men could witness this. You serious, you're on a purpose. White people, and especially white people, other races too, but I call them agents of society, agents of the white man. And this is not all, but this is a lot. The more serious and quiet and on your purpose, the more they find it a need, white society, especially at the job, to watch you. to try to figure you out. What's the matter with him? Why he's not smiling? Let me watch him. You know, in my history of working square jobs, a lot of times white people just always want to watch, wonder. I couldn't go to the bathroom without somebody just watching, wondering. What's he doing in the bathroom? That's the energy that I get. Actually, you know, people talked among themselves. Why he's in the bathroom? It could have been 4 minutes in the bathroom. Why is he in there so long? Literally 4 minutes. Have you had that situation, black man? This is why, let's be for real. If you're an astute black man, we as a few of us that is astute, we can't be working at these square jobs, these white corporations for long term. It just don't work out. It's always going to be a problem. This is just what it is. I know what my brother have to go through. Just working at square job. It's just nonsense. If it's not watching, and then because you don't say anything, the more quiet you are, the more they want to talk about you. Every move you make, you just watched. And it doesn't matter. You could be the best in your position or efficient, and it's still a problem. It's never enough. And being you an intelligent black man, aware, it don't work out. Especially with white folks, a lot of them, and it's not painting a picture all, of course not all, but a lot, especially in the job place. Systematic racism is always there. You're not going to be promoted. Here's the reality. You're not going to be promoted to really where you feel you qualify for breaking news. You're definitely not going to get the money you're looking for breaking news. And you're going to get harassed indirectly or directly because you're dealing in a society that is not built for you. And you being an astute black man, you see this, you know the game. So this is why it's very, very, very important to get your own thing going and fast and line yourself up appropriately just in case you be let go, because astute black men is the most hated. Now, most races and other races, I should say, and white folks too, they're not going to understand that. Majority going to, that's above their pay rate. Well, you working, so what's the problem? Why are you even tripping? You working, you're getting paid just like me. But see, they will never know the life that you have to go through. They never will understand that. Nor do they care. And I'm not saying it for them to care. This is just, what I'm saying is pass them to you, black men. Astute black men at that. Not the lower class of black men. not them. That's not for them neither. Nor is it really your modern day black women now. They're not going to understand that, nor do they care about you anyway. So that's not for them as well. So what I'm saying is pass people to you, astute black men, and there's only a few of you that will truly understand this. Other races, other people, they acknowledge it, and they maybe they might understand it a little bit, but you live in it. You are a product of it. You go through things every day, indirectly or directly, being astute black men. It's like black men against everybody, but you directly, because every astute black man have or is currently in real time going through everyday BS, where other races don't have to go through these little systematic white supremacy things. And I'm specifically starting off with the workplace, but I'm gonna clearly venture off. But it's just awareness. It doesn't matter what you do. A lot of black men, you frustrated because you thinking you, especially on the job, you could just be the best you could be and put your head down and give top performance, and maybe you be liked, maybe you be accepted. No. As soon as you reach a level, there's going to be another level that they expect you to reach, and it's never going to be obtained. Now, other races will say, yeah, that's me too. Yeah, to a certain degree. But you're not a black man, not an astute black man. And you're not going to understand this. You might, because you're not black, obviously. So you're not going to understand the atrocities that's out here. You might try to relate, but you're not black. And you're not an intelligent black man on top of that. You might say, well, I'm an intelligent Asian every time. No, that might be true. But the system is different being that. And only astute black men can relate. If you want to find out, contact your neighborhood astute black men if you could find one, because you might be in your region where you don't see black people or really associate. But if you really a person that's astute, can tell you. Email me if you want to know. I'd be more than happy to break down some talking points, but I'm not going to be long-winded with you with this, because you wouldn't relate. It's pointless. And then not only top of just being aware as an astute black man, it's just your safety, your everyday safety, harassment. Depends where you at. It could be more. Constant attitudes towards you. Constant marginalizing your character, your intelligence. Always sarcasm. Undertones of racist, indirectly or directly. Always being stereotyped. Morning, noon, and night. You listen to the previous show, I broke certain things down as well. You always being labeled as just, to put it bluntly, a savage. Can never have really peace. You cannot, even once you hit the public, it's just nonsense. So a lot of astute black men just stay quiet and just focus on their purpose and don't take nonsense and not all smiley faces, being all smiley with people, because as soon as you let down your guard and start to be, pleasant or maybe crack a joke, now here comes the sarcastic remarks, the stereotypes. What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Great? You be labeled. You can in the jokes black men. He dance and he could dance. He sing. Yeah, we know black people is most talented, but automatically comes in your head he's a great entertainer versus being a great intelligent man. If if you point a black man and you just say which one is more believable, he's being more intelligent or he's more of an entertainer, which is believable. Of course, most people will say entertainer because they don't rate a black man of being intelligent. I said that on quite a few shows. But this is the cold reality. You labeled as a great entertainer, but you're not labeled as a great intelligent man. This is what the astute black man knows and realizes. So he's more serious. He knows when he leaves his door, he have to be on his A game in terms of intelligence. And that's essential, mandatory, because he's not rated as being intelligent. Bottom line. You get on the job, and I'm focused on the job, but I'm going to pivot towards society. I'm still on the job. White folks, when they talking to you, they feel they got to repeat things like you're a baby. Have you noticed, black man, how they talk? Now, Jerome, make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. Where other races is not like that. Now, again, there's exception to the rules. Maybe Mr. Greatness is over being dramatic, but am I really? Again, the astute black man can understand. Only a few of us. Most people, they're not going to understand that. And it's not meant for them to understand. Nor am I trying to talk to the world to make the world understand. This is directly going towards the astute black man. Now, anybody else that picks up on it and can relate or understand that intelligent black man's plight, then that's great. You understand. Kudos to you. But this is not directly for the black woman to understand, the other races to understand, the white man to understand. No, nobody. This is directly going towards where it needs to go. But if you pick it up, if other races pick it up and they can understand that plight, what black men have to go through, especially the astute black man, then yes, it's great. And like I add on, black man, you must have your side hustle going on. Really not even your side hustle. You really need to have your own business. And it should be flourishing. Strive for that. Really strive for that. Utilize the God-given skills that you got and just focus on that, because this kingdom is not for you anyway. This kingdom is given to the hands of the wicked. So you have no control over that. So you can't change it. You just have to flow like water and pivot and work hard. So you can have your own and call your own shots. So you can have a little bit of peace. Really, this is the co-reality. And now pivot towards society. Just it could be going to school or university. Have you noticed, astute black man, that you could just be walking around, let's say campus or university, and you get people just be mean mugging you? See, I believe in energy and spirit, and people can see who you are, black man. Now, again, this is beyond the pay rate of most people. They're not going to have a clue what Mr. Greatness is saying. This is a spiritual thing. How you get people that just stare at you, especially when you're astute black man, of high intelligence and awareness. It's like the devil knows. You get more hostility. And we just talk about on the campus, if you notice that. Or how about if you, in your neighborhood, how you just get hard looks from people. They don't even know you. You don't know them. Again, this is a spiritual thing. This is something that most people not going to understand because they don't have soul. This is astute black man. You go through this. You understand this. But most races not going to understand this. What this conversation, they're going to be, what? What? What are you talking about? Spirit? What? What? It's a spiritual thing. Especially when you start reading and you elevating your mind, you definitely is not looked upon as worthy. You looked upon as more of a threat. I can tell you this. And this is something I know Tariq Nasheed mentioned this. But I'm paraphrasing. You know, when you, as a black man, start to be aware, and then you start talking, and then you have a platform, law enforcement checks you out, monitors you. Don't think I'm not monitored, but not on a great level as, let's say, a Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, or somebody like that, because I'm not really got a lot of followers like that. But the minute I start being that guy or guys or individual, where you get the world, literally millions of people start listening, and then especially black men, and start changing their lives, all of a sudden, feds are gonna come in, they're gonna start watching, and things are gonna happen. That's just reality. They got law enforcement on the federal level, a state level, and the local level. If you're a local guy, let's say an activist, doing things for the community, the local police will monitor you, especially if you're a astute black man on the local level. You're going to get that. If you are a congressman that's astute, you're going to get local law enforcement on the state level. And if you reach that level of getting the world, that's when you're going to be targeted, and all the dirt that they could find will be put out there, because nobody is perfect. All the degenerate behavior that you have done in the past going to be put out there. All the family members and your exes that don't like you, they will find a way to give them a platform. So say you the lowest of low. Defaming your character is definitely on the plate. That's just a given, being an astute black man. And on the state level, yeah, you're going to have some blemishes that's going to be put out there as well, because that's just how it goes. On the local level, when you're really not a threat, it just be put in the hip pocket of the law enforcement until you reach state or federal level in terms of popularity. This is what the astute black man knows. So you're always being watched. Don't think you're not being watched by somebody. More so than other races. Now there's human population with all the cameras and Big Brother and all of this stuff is being watched. I know, yes, we know. You got smart TV, smartphones. You always in the eye of the public. Somebody, the powers that be, the man is always watching. We know that. But the astute black man, the eyes is bigger on him. That's just what it is. And if you are a man, a black man of wisdom, you know this. So it's constant surveillance. Surveillance. I can't even say that word right. Tongue-tied. So many things Mr. Gray must have on his mind. You're always being watched. How about that? Always being watched. Watch more. The eyes is a little bigger on you. This is the cold reality. And I'm not looking for sympathy for other races. I'm really not. This is just explaining why society targets the astute black man. It's just what it is. And a lot of black men is so frustrated because of that. So he is always being suppressed in society. So this is what it is. Something Chris Rock said in the 90s. And he said in a joke, it was in the 90s, I forgot where he said it, but he said the black man, other races, the sky's the limit. White people particularly, the sky's the limit. But black men, the limit is the sky. Again, most people won't understand that. Oh, you can be wherever you want to be. You know why? You know you able to be on the bus now. You don't have to be on the back of the bus unless you want to. Now you could work every day. You could go to college. You know, this is bigger than that. It's the indirect limitations. Society can't limit you per se because there's laws. I could be wherever I want to be. If you're a black man and you say, I could be wherever I want to be, you're not understanding the deeper meaning of what I'm talking about. You could go, I could go to college, I could be the best I could be. Yes, you can. But there's behind the scenes, like Chris Rock said this and it holds today. White people, the sky's the limit. Black people, the limit is the sky. You look at the CEOs of these top companies. You got black men that have qualifications far greater than the CEOs of these companies, but is old white men. And look, I'm not even saying we should get these positions because number one, this is their kingdom. They rule in this kingdom. So if whoever's ruling this kingdom is going to have their own on top of the food chain. That's just what it is. Within society, when countries and people from these countries conquered nations, they had their people on the forefront. This is what it is. So I'm not complaining, the man is holding me back. No, don't think for a minute I am. Because I know whoever rules is going to be in power. Whoever's ruling it is in power, and they're going to have their people in the forefront. This is where the astute black man understands this, and he just moved like water within society and take wherever he can from society. I'm not looking to be CEO of major corporations. And I don't think you black men should shoot for that. What you should shoot for is what I told you in the beginning. Have your own. You don't have to be big time. Just carve a niche within your society so you can live comfortable, pay your bills, move around on the planet Earth, have steady flow of income, able to move around. You can wake up in the morning and go anywhere on the planet Earth without have to worry about paying a bill, if you so choose to. That's carving a niche within society. What do you mean, Mr. Greatness? If you're able to have, let's say you saved up in your house, just alone, just, 10 grand on deck. I'm just using this as an example. Where if it's emergency, at least you can move around, you can flow. That's not big money, but that's something that you can move around. You can hop on a plane quick if you had to. And be comfortable and be all right. Don't have to worry about that 10,000 gotta go towards a bill. That's what I mean by carving a niche in society. Having money in the bank account. Significant amount. Able to have a firm grasp of taking care of your bills to the best of your ability. That you don't have to worry. Saving, if you paying, I know what an investor said to me, but if you had, let's say your rent is $2,000 a month, you should save up, have in on the side at least a year of rent, just in case things go to the left. Maybe 6 months of available paying your utility bills, just in case. That means you got to have a nice, sufficient amount of money. So you got work to do, black man, in terms of saving. Have another segment of money for, just in case. And it's hard, I get it, because we in this society, everything is super inflation. But if you can't reach for that status, at least have 1 month of rent available, or 2 months of rent available, something of like that. We all got to strive. And the time is now, don't matter what age we are in. But we could start creating a certain society or a certain narrative that we can start pivoting so it gives us relief, because a lot of us have to still work these square jobs and still got to get an income. But use your God-given talent and pivot, and while you work in that square job, even if you're able to make an extra $50 a month, that's might not seem much, but that's $50 that you didn't have, and utilize that $50. If it's $50 you making on your side, take $10 out of that 50 and put it towards your savings. Another $20 for reinvesting on whatever it is, so you can make more money the following month. And then the other $20 could be for paying or whatever. Again, this is very minute, very small, but this is how we got to start it. And the time is now. Not now, but the time is yesterday. It's very hard. I understand that, because it's so many pitfalls we got to go through. And most of us astute black men don't got it like that. We have to do things on our own, where other races have a supporting cast. They got family members. They coming from different parts of the world, India, China, or Japan, or Middle East. And they got family in here in North America that they can rely on, that will help them, if not financially, at least steer them in the direction where they can be successful. But we, as astute black men, been conditioned by society, the systematic white supremacy, to hate each other and be separate from each other, and just always be battling and not supporting each other. And then we know with our woman been conditioned as well to hate her man and separate and all of this other stuff. So you have that issue. So there's a lot of tension. And here's the reality, black man. You say about your woman, just like any other woman. See, this is not your kingdom. As an astute black man, you know this. So she, like any other woman, will deal with whoever is in power. Is it all? Of course not all, but most, yeah. She's dealing with the winning team until you are in power. And really the Lord have to erase this stinking planet Earth and change it again. And as soon as you get in your position of power in life, she's going to follow you. Because the woman deals with whoever's the winning team, and that's anyone. Anyone. Whether it's on a small level or a big level, she's not going to deal with you because she's been conditioned by systematic white supremacy to be your mortal enemy. Now you just wind her up and let her go, and being that you not in the dominant class, black man, dominant position, it's not going to be there for you anyway. Proof is in the pudding. If anything, she becomes now your mortal enemy because she's been conditioned. So there's no saving most of your women. They go into the game. That's just what it is. It's not all now, but majority. They go into the game. The game belongs to them. Only the astute black man can understand that, and maybe certain other people. You on survival mode. This is why the astute black man knows this, and this is why the astute black man is a loner, and he's out here, and it's hard for him to get on his feet because he got nobody. It's him against the world, even his own brethren. It's conditioning. Decades, centuries of being conditioned by systematic white supremacy. Now, he don't have to do anything. He just wind us up mentally, excuse me. And now we just chaotic. So astute black men are alone. They just have to go out here and do it for themselves and be productive, and that's one of the hardest things. That's why it's harder for him than any other race, because other races have a supporting cast to a certain degree, to a big degree actually. So the astute black man can't even get respect in his own household at times, a lot of times, let alone society. Because society been conditioned that the black man is insignificant. He don't need to be respected, whether it's outside or in his house. His children's not respecting him. His woman don't respect him. They've been conditioned. Now, how is that, Mr. Greatness? Propaganda is very big, and most people, this is why they won't understand it, because most people misses the whole point of how propaganda works. You can see a commercial. It goes in the psyche of the brain. This is why most people out here are sheeps. You could get a commercial if you notice. If you didn't notice, now I'm gonna teach you something. And this is how propaganda works. This is just a small thing. I'm giving you an example. You see a commercial. It could be a car commercial. And you see a family. You won't see a astute black man with black woman and black children. What you see, interracial, white man with a black woman and mixed children. That goes in the psyche of people. And that woman in the commercial will look up to that white man and smile, or just praise him. You can see it in her eyes. It's created that way. Then you might see a different commercial with a black man and a black woman and children, and the black woman is in leadership. She's making decisions. This is a commercial I'm talking about. If you really roll the tape, you see these certain commercials where the black woman is doing the talking, and she's the dominant person in that relationship in that commercial, and he's just yucking. Right, he's showing weakness, not a manly skill. This is in commercials, whether it's car commercials or restaurant commercials or whatever. You see that narrative. That's what I mean by propaganda. That's what I mean. That's the example I'm trying to get to. And this is constant. Or you see a commercial where the black children will tell the father, you don't know what you're talking about, Dad, shut up. You'll see that on regular TV shows or whatever. You're not going to see that James Evans on the Good Times, in case y'all guys didn't know, a strong black man, regardless if they was living in poverty, but a strong black man that the children can't say shut up to him. Not even whisper it. That's the astute black man understands this. So this kingdom is not for you. We're not trying to make this kingdom understand this. The only way people is going to understand you, astute black man, have to become the best version of yourself and focus really on yourself. Because I know the astute black man, we would like to care for other people, but other people is not caring for you, not even your own. So guess what you have to do? You have to take what society is giving you. It's something I would say in terms of sports. If you are a sports fan, football fan, particularly, I'm thinking about this. Let's say let's use this analogy. I like the New York Giants, even though they trash right now. But in the future, they may be something different when you hear this conversation. But right now, this time, they trash. But see, if in offense, you might not have the talented players. You don't have the fastest or superstar wide receivers. And I'm going to help y'all bring it to real life because some of you don't know what the heck I'm talking about because you're saying, I'm not even a football fan. What are you talking about? You take what the opposing team is giving you. They're not going to allow you to throw the deep pass, 50-yard pass, so you got to throw short yardage, just 5 yards here, 5 yards there. Let me branch off from that. Let's go with real life. You're not going to make $100,000 a year, maybe not even 50,000. If you're lucky, maybe 25,000. So here's the thing. You have to take what's out here. You know the bills that you have, so you have to accept it for what it is and maximize that 25,000. And really, when it's taxed, you tax off of that 25,000. So you're really clearing maybe 18,000. You're actually clearing. Your rent might be 10,000 a year. I'm just throwing numbers out here based on maybe $1,500, $2,000. Your rent might be 10,000 a year, but you clearing actually 18, so you got 8,000 to play with for the whole year. Not much, right? Your utility bills might be $4,000. Well, let's say with utility bills, phone, and all of that, maybe $3,000 a year. So now it's 11,000, something like that. Oh no, sorry, 13. So you got 5,000 for the whole year. Nothing, right? You don't have nobody. You can't rely on the system to help you. So what that means, you have to, astute black man, you're going to say, okay, how I could get extra? That's where your God-given talent got to come in. And you got to be proactive. This could apply to anyone, really, but I'm saying especially the astute black man. If you know how to cook or sew, teach people music lessons, whatever. Sell clothes online, your used clothes, to put more money in your pocket. If you're able to, you got to look at how much your bills will cost you a year, how much you have left over. So now you know you got to work with that, but you need to generate more income. But if you look in your house, you probably have certain things you can sell online. You got to get your hustle on. Or maybe have to take another square job to balance it out. This is part of wisdom, black men. And I know certain things we don't like to do. I get it. I don't like to do a lot of things. But you have to work within the system because this is what it is. It's given to the hands of the wicked. And the wicked is not going to work with you. No one for that matter. You got to get your mind right. You got to deal with people in the same mindset. We on survival mode. This is it. And when you're in survival mode, you got to work within the system because I know it's tough. But the threat of intelligent black men is real. And there's history to back that up, even present time. You are undermined as a black man. Don't matter what you do, there's always going to be economic barriers, policy barriers, media narratives that limits black men's opportunity. This is a historical fact. From the top, from the government to whether federal, state, local, workplace, university, your neighborhood, buying property, it's always going to be loopholes. If you look into, let's say, get a house, here, you might have the same money as the next Joe Smo, but you have to present 10 times of ID more than other races. When I was looking at homes, people, I test this out. Other races, they told me they didn't have to present maybe about 5 pieces of ID or whatever, and that was it. Me, they wanted 10 pieces and more. If it's only 2 references, normally they want 4 references. 3 months of your bank statements. And it's only required 1 month, they want 3 months from you. That type of energy. These is little underhanded, indirect profiling. The nonsense every day. And we're not even talking about everyday respect, how people talk to you. People talk to you crazy, indirectly or directly. This is the reality. So it's best to focus on what you need to focus, which is you first, and be aware of the society and be the best version of yourself, starting right now, starting yesterday. You don't have time to play. Other people can play. You don't have time to play. I'm out.